join me as we dive deep into the eerie, mysterious world of Japanese folklore. For centuries, Japan has been home to some of the most bone-chilling creatures, blending superstition, history, and human fears into terrifying legends. From skeletal giants to vengeful spirits, these folklore creatures tap into our deepest anxieties, making us question what's lurking in the shadows. Are you ready? Let's begin with our countdown of the top 10 creepiest Japanese folklore creatures that will haunt your dreams. 10. Gashadokuro, the hungry skeleton. Imagine walking through the dark, dense forests of Japan late at night, hearing the rattling of bones as a massive 15-foot skeletal figure rises before you. This is the Gashadokuro. Formed from the bones of people who died in famine or war, these giants are driven by insatiable hunger. They stalk the countryside, searching for lone travelers to devour. Legend has it, if you hear a ringing in your ears, it's already too late. The Gashadokuro has chosen you as its next meal. 9. Jikininki, the flesh-eating spirit. In life, the Jikininki was a monk, a man of faith. But in death, it became something far darker. As punishment for its greed and selfishness, the monk was cursed to roam the earth as a ghoul, condemned to eat the flesh of the dead. Appearing as a decaying, ghostly figure with hollow, glowing eyes, the Jikininki scavenges graveyards at night, consuming corpses in the moonlight. Worse yet, if you lay eyes on one, you may never wake up again. 8. Tsukumogami, the haunted objects. Not every creature in Japanese folklore was once human. The Tsukumogami are ordinary household objects that have come to life after 100 years of neglect. The most infamous is the Karakasa Obake, a seemingly harmless umbrella with a single eye, sharp teeth, and a thirst for revenge. These spirits are born from items people discard, forgotten and abandoned, and they seek to punish the neglectful owners who left them behind. So, if you ever find an old umbrella in the corner of your attic, beware. It might be waiting for its moment to strike. 7. Kuchisake Onna, the slit-mouthed woman. Urban legend or ancient curse, the Kuchisake Onna is perhaps one of the most terrifying spirits to encounter. She appears as a beautiful woman wearing a surgical mask, who approaches people late at night with a simple question. Am I beautiful? If you answer no, she will kill you. If you answer yes, she removes her mask to reveal her grotesquely slit mouth, cut from ear to ear, and asks again. No matter what you say, she won't let you go. Some say you can confuse her by replying, "You're average," buying yourself a few moments to escape. But would you really want to take that chance? Factor 6. Onryo, the vengeful spirit. The Onryo is one of the most iconic figures in Japanese horror, often depicted in white funeral robes with long black hair. These spirits are those who died with intense emotions of rage or sorrow, and they return to the world of the living to exact revenge on those who wronged them. The terrifying thing about an Onryo is that they can harm not only their targets, but anyone unlucky enough to cross their path. Think of Sadako from The Ring, and you'll get a sense of just how powerful these spirits can be. 5. Ubume, the phantom mother. The Ubume is a tragic figure, a ghost of a woman who died during childbirth. She haunts remote forests and mountain paths, carrying an infant and crying out in despair. Legend says that she appears to travelers, begging them to hold her child. But when they do, the baby grows heavier and heavier until it becomes impossible to carry. Eventually, the traveler collapses from exhaustion, at which point the Ubume vanishes, leaving them to face a slow, freezing death. 4. Hanya, the demon mask. Hanya is the embodiment of jealousy, rage, and obsession, often depicted as a beautiful woman consumed by demonic fury. This demon has sharp horns, a mouth full of jagged teeth, and a twisted expression of malice. The most terrifying aspect of Hanya is her ability to transform, from a woman scorned to a creature of pure hatred. She's a symbol of how destructive emotions can possess someone, turning them into a monster. When you see the Hanya mask, know that you are witnessing the face of someone driven to the brink of madness by their own emotions. 3. Tsuchigumo, the giant spider demon. Crawling into our third spot is the Tsuchigumo, a massive spider-like creature with human intelligence and a knack for ambush. Lurking in the forests and mountains, the Tsuchigumo has the power to disguise itself as a human, blending into society to stalk its prey. When night falls, it reveals its true form, an enormous arachnid with venomous fangs and claws capable of tearing a person apart. For centuries, stories of the Tsuchigumo have terrified travelers and warriors alike, making it one of the most dreaded creatures in Japanese folklore. Arc 2. Teke Teke, the disembodied torso. The story of Teke Teke is one of pure terror. According to legend, a schoolgirl was cut in half by a train, and her upper body became a vengeful spirit. She drags herself around on her elbows, making a teke-tek sound as she moves. If she catches you, she will slice you in half to mimic her own grisly fate. This ghost is particularly cruel, as no matter how fast you run, she can catch up to you. Her horrifying appearance and relentless pursuit make her a creature straight out of nightmares. Number 1. Kuchisake Onna, the slit-mouthed woman. We've come full circle. The Kuchisake Onna, or slit-mouthed woman, earns her place at number 1 due to her terrifying notoriety in modern Japan. Her tale has become an urban legend, a warning to children and adults alike. Her question, "Am I beautiful?" is deceptively simple, but every answer leads to a terrible fate. There are countless sightings, stories, and even police reports of encounters with her, making her not just a story, but a living nightmare in the hearts of the Japanese people. These creatures aren't just figments of imagination. They're reflections of the deepest fears embedded in Japanese culture. Their stories continue to inspire horror in movies, books, and even everyday life. Which one creeped you out the most? Be sure to leave your thoughts and stay tuned for more terrifying tales from around the world.